Today on the UD Roadcast, I am sitting down with Susmit, a keyboardist, composer, and music producer, and a very dear friend of mine. By the way, he's done his music graduation from none other than the A.R. Rahman Institute of Music. But more than titles, what interested me was his journey. And I'm aware of his journey in lots of chunks and bits and pieces. And he has a beautiful journey which must be shared with all of you. This isn't an interview, ladies and gentlemen. It's a conversation, a space to slow down, to listen, and to explore what music teaches us. All of us, of course. Yeah. Not just about sound, but about life and identity, my friends. Susmit, I am really glad you're here. Let's see how this flows. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Susmit Nimborkar on the second conversational episode of the UD Roadcast. Welcome, Susmit.
Hello, sir.
Good to see you, young man. Holy mother of God. It's been such a long time, my friend. Such a long time. Ladies
Yes,
and gentlemen,
yes.
here he is in the flesh. Susmit Nimborkar, believe me, he's a very happy guy. You can make out from his laughter. दिल खोल के हंसते हैं जनाब और दिल खोल कर म्यूजिक भी क्रिएट करते हैं. चलिए,
Yes.
welcome to the episode and let's begin. Susmit, I know you so well. मैंने कभी पूछा ही नहीं तेरे को यार. What does your name mean? I'm curious.
Sir, I'll tell you. First of all, you are pronouncing my name wrong. It is
Ah!
Susmit. So
I stand corrected. now
it
let
is.
now let me, with due respect, let you know, guys. He's my what do you call chaddi buddy? Am I allowed to use that phrase in a podcast?
Yes,
Well, you
sir.
know what I mean. Yeah. So I mispronounce his word in his name with a sh consonant purposely. All right, for everybody else, for the world to know, his name does not have the sh sound, it has the s sound. Susmit, padhariye.
Yes.
Sus, chaliye, with this, let's begin. What does your name mean, Susmit?
Sir, first of all, thank you for inviting me here.
Ah,
And sir, my name is Susmit, and people are usually, used to calling me Sushmit because it's just comfortable, and I have also gotten comfortable with this. So Susmit basically means nice smile. That's
ah,
Su and Smith.
क्या बात है.
It's a yes. It's a name that my grandfather he named me,
Okay.
and the basic idea was back then I'm born in 1993. So ये तो
Okay.
trend अभी अभी आया कि people join the names of parent mom and dad. तो वो
Correct.
time पे मेरे dad mom का and dad का name उन्होंने जोड़ दिया था, which is my father's name is Sunil and my mom's name is Smita, and it became Susmit.
Oh, that is so adorable. That is so cute, man. That is so cute.
Yeah.
It's like your identity in life began with your parents in your name itself. Yeah, that is so cool. I think that's very sweet, man. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. I think you have a sibling, right? If I'm not mistaken, you have a
Yes.
brother too. Is he into
Yes.
me? He's not into music, is he?
He is a very good composer and a writer, and he
Okay.
sings very well.
Wow.
And he
Okay.
he could play keys and some little guitars and ukulele and a little bit of drums and everything. So but he's more into, he's a huge Darwinian. So he loves
Wow.
Charles Darwin from a very young age. So that's why I think he got interested into, you know, science and microbiology and exploration of the science. So
Okay.
right now, currently, uh, he just landed a job and
Okay.
he's been a bioinformatician.
Holy moly. So you mean he is he knows a lot about music. He plays
Yes,
music too. However, he has what the society calls a conventional career as well.
correct.
However,
Yes,
he was more inclined towards that field, right? He really
yes,
liked it.
yes,
He really
yes,
liked it,
yes.
so he's pursuing it as a full-time career. Where is he right now?
Yes, he is right now in a small town called
Okay.
Kalyani, which
Okay.
is one of the most planned cities in Calcutta, near Calcutta. So just
Wow.
like we have Chakan from Pune.
Oh yeah,
That's
so it's a suburbs of
exactly.
Kolkata.
Yes.
Kolkata. Oh my. Calcutta. Kolkata, with a K sound.
Kolkata.
Yeah, that is the
Yes.
authentic pronunciation. I love
Yes.
Kolkata, man. I love that. It's an
I've
amazing
never
city.
this was the last couple of months back was the first time that I ever visited it, and such a beautiful city with so much culture. Oh
So,
my God, I
man,
loved
you
it.
said it. You know why I loved Kolkata so much? By every alternate house has musical instruments in them, man. एक घर
Really?
छोड़ के एक घर में either you'll find a sitar, you'll find a harmonium, you'll find a tabla, you'll find a
Yes.
keyboard, you'll find a drum kit. Every alternate house has some kind of music inclination. So वहाँ
They
का
have,
vibe ही बहुत अलग है यार.
yeah,
Lovely.
I think they have got one of the best, the culturally they have very good taste in music, I think.
Wow. Amazing, man. Amazing. And ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, enough about Kolkata. Let's come to Nagpur, the city of oranges, the tiger capital of India. I love your city, my friend. I love Nagpur. मुझे बहुत पसंद है यार. ठीक है, I would love to settle down somewhere at the outskirts of Nagpur, buy some piece of land and have my own stuff. Maybe have a couple of goats, couple of dogs, couple of
Yeah.
cows. Oh, and have a itzu nice truck and have two
Yeah.
adventure motorcycles. Life में और क्या चाहिए? Now,
Yeah.
from a city of oranges, the city which is known for extreme climate and which is a city which is also known for as a retirement place. Because
Yes.
मेरा बचपन has gone, मैं 5 साल गुजार चुका हूँ near Nagpur in a place called
Yes.
Bhandara. Some
Oh
beautiful
wow.
childhood memories I have from there.
I didn't know that. You were
Yeah,
in Bhandara.
Bhandara for 5
Oh,
years, man.
oh my
Bhandara,
God.
yeah, till fifth standard I was in Bhandara. it's
Yeah.
it's it's a mad place. So Nagpur से usually lot of different kind of career enthusiasts निकलते हैं. Lot of different
Yes.
kinds of career enthusiasts, right from entrepreneurs to agriculturists to engineers. बहुत लोग निकलते हैं. What made you get into music as a career? Ladies and gentlemen, listen to the big bomb. Full time.
Yes. That's a great question, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm very, to be honest, I think Nagpur has some hustle in its air. I don't know why
Okay.
people
Mhm.
are very, like, how people are so much talented over there.
Mhm.
One of my theory is something around that it is right at the center of India. So
Oh,
yeah, it has 0 mile. So the counting of miles starts from Nagpur, and I
nice.
have witnessed all kinds of demographics in Nagpur itself. We have great food, we have great music from all over the India.
Huh.
People come over. to Nagpur to actually with their own cultures, and
Huh.
that's how Nagpur has become uh, being its center. I think
Huh.
it has a very rootedness as well as a hustle in its air that we have to make it big or something like that.
Yeah, and extreme climate also makes Nagpurians true survivalists. Yeah,
God,
they do, you
yes,
know, they do a lot of
yes,
stuff, man. And
yeah, yeah,
how could I forget 0 miles? Oh yes,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, Nagpur is another, that's another thing Nagpur is very famous for. There is a
yeah,
spot in the middle of the city called Zero
yeah,
Miles
and
from
that is
the
the center of India.
center of our beautiful country. अरे क्या बात है, क्या बात है.
So
And
I think
हाँ,
it is from, like, as in the whole perspective I have gotten of being stubborn, I think is from Nagpur, because people over there, they don't let go things. They stick to something. If they will like something,
stick to
they
your guns.
yeah, 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 yeah. I think it's all to do with that. And
Maybe
it's
maybe it's the spicy food that
yeah,
rasa. What is that famous food from Nagpur which is very spicy?
that is called Sauji. It's
Sauji. Oh my
yeah.
God, ladies and gentlemen, anyone traveling to Nagpur and who love and can tolerate very spicy food must visit वहां पर in Nagpur. Sauji,
Yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah.
the name? It's waiting for you.
Just also, I think food in general. See,
हाँ,
I have seen everyone is used to and they love their hometown's food
हाँ,
because they
हाँ,
have born and brought up with all
ठीक है.
those taste buds.
हम्म,
Everyone is proud of. So for us, a guy from Indore will be like the best food is from
हाँ,
Indore. But
हम्म.
Nagpur is a place. I am telling you guys, it's one place that people will fall in love with the food. All kinds of food.
I
Anyone from India who comes to Nagpur, he tastes, he cannot deny it. That, yeah,
Ah.
it is the best.
This is just amazing, man. This is just amazing. Alrighty. So where were we? अच्छा, नागपुर को प्रमोट कर दिया. सो भाइयों और बहनों, प्लीज विजिट कीजिए नागपुर को. प्रमोशन हो गया है. कैन वी कम बैक टू व्हाट आई वाज आस्किंग
Yes,
अबाउट योर
yes,
वे इनटू द अमेजिंग लैंडस्केप ऑफ म्यूजिक.
yes. So I'll tell you, sir. I think I found my. So my dad was a very huge music enthusiast. He
Okay,
used to travel a lot. He used
okay,
to travel a lot with because of his work,
okay,
and he was into marketing, and he used to conduct a lot of sessions, as in he used to uh, what he used to give a lot of speeches in his profession.
okay.
So that's why he had to travel all over the India, and he used to go everywhere and just bring those cassettes back home.
Oh.
And we used to have a cupboard full of cassettes, and so every time he came back, I used to get one cassette, and we used
Oh.
to just play the cassette, and I used to learn all the songs by
Mhm.
playing it back to back on a repeat mode. It was
Uh,
back then I think there was this concept of mixtapes and all. Those kind of things
ah.
were
Hmm.
new, very new to our especially in Nagpur. I
Okay.
didn't know about a mixtape or something like that.
Okay. No, no, before, sorry to interrupt you, but at home, which cassette player did you have? Philips.
I I think I had a yes, Philips one.
Philips. I had those
Yeah,
double
yeah.
deck. I had double deck.
Double deck, yes, 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 yes. Double
Good
deck.
old days,
You
Philips.
yeah.
I still remember Philips Tandem. That was the name of the
Ah,
company.
I don't remember the cassette player's name, but it was Philips,
Oh
100%. That
man.
is for sure.
That before
And
that, when I was younger, I had a flat one, which was a tape record होता ना ऐसे खुलता था. But
ah,
my dad had got it from Germany, Grundig.
oh my God,
Grundig.
crazy.
I'm talking about 80s and early
Yes,
80s.
yes, yes, yes.
Definitely before you
So
were born.
yeah,
Okay.
100%. I
Go
think
on. Huh.
that was when I started listening to music, and
Huh.
then one day in a dark closet, I found his old harmonium. So basically, what happened was, I think he wanted to learn harmonium. He was a like he was on scale. He actually used to go to in. I heard that he in cultural events in his college and all.
Okay.
So he used to sing and he used to be in the choir group and all, but never actually, he wanted to learn some harmonium. So he bought a harmonium as from his first salary. That's what I heard.
That is so sweet,
I still have that harmonium,
man.
and
Arey.
this harmonium I found it in the closet. I just picked it up from and I just started exploring it.
Ah,
And after I just love the sound of that harmonium. The
okay.
and I just started playing, exploring it,
Huh.
and somehow I landed with one tune, which was the which was the national anthem. And
क्या बात, क्या बात.
कैसे तो करके मैंने वो फिगर आउट कर लिया कि
हाँ,
नेशनल एंथम आई आई फिगर्ड इट आउट ऑन माय ओन. दैट्स
हाँ,
व्हेन I think my parents realized that okay, he has got the sense of music, and let him explore this territory.
हाँ.
And they put me into a school where there
Okay.
was music room in there.
Do you remember the name of the school? Your bachpan ka school?
Yes, yes, yes,
What
yes.
was the name?
It was called VTC, Vimal Tai Tidke Convent.
So sweet. Vimal Tai
Tidke Convent.
Tidke Convent. That name
Yes.
I asked you to go slowly and tell me because that's a location, that's an environment where your genius was born, bro.
Yes, sir. 100%.
You should feel
And
very proud about that
there,
school.
that school, I'm very proud of about that school, and still I go to my school
Uh,
every time I go to Nagpur,
uh,
because they're my first guru. I
oh,
found my first guru there. His name is Anil Kawade.
क्या बात है. नमस्ते मिस्टर अनिल कवाड़े
Yes.
जी. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू वेरी मच. दिल से लई आभारी. उनसे
Yes.
शेयर करना, बाद में लिंक दूंगा, उनसे शेयर
Yes, yes,
करना.
100%,
हाँ.
100%. So, Anil Kawade, sir, I found, I met him in school. He found, I played him the national anthem,
हाँ.
and he said, ki, okay, your hands are looking pretty neat for a
Okay.
beginner, because you are using all your five fingers.
हाँ.
Usually, when a newbie or a person who has sense, he figures out some music, so he only uses these three fingers and
On the
not do
keyboard.
these
हाँ.
two on the keyboard.
Oh,
I
interesting.
was only using my right hand, but I was using all my five fingers from childhood. So he was amazed by that, and he said, "Ki, okay, let me teach you some proper way of actually playing a harmonium."
Wow.
Back then, there was just one harmonium and one keyboard in the school. That's it.
Oh, wow.
And one
Hold on.
small 10 by 15 room.
So sweet. Hold on, hold on. This is very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, you know why I asked him to stop? I just want to make sure that everyone understands the gravity of the situation. What he showed his hand here right now, usually as human beings, we are very dexed in using the first three fingers. It comes very naturally to us. But these two fingers are seldom used. I think the little finger, normally we start learning from childhood. Sir, may I go to toilet? Maybe that's the only time we use it.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise these two fingers हम use ही नहीं करते हैं, पता है? So what happens is when you learn keyboards, lot of students take ages to learn how to use these two fingers because these two fingers will never have the kind of dexterity or the pressure or the kind of power which these three fingers which are always used will naturally have. So this man at that age was using all five fingers.
Yeah.
How did that happen? That means his subconscious knew that he was on the right track.
Yeah.
सो
I
लेडीज
think,
एंड
yeah.
जेंटलमैन, आपके ये घर में छोटे बच्चे बच्चे अगर म्यूजिक म्यूजिक पढ़ा रहे हो ना, तो ये छोटी छोटी चीजें ऑब्जर्व करो. क्या पता सपोर्ट भी करो, पढ़ाई भी होती रहेगी, सपोर्ट भी करेंगे. वाओ, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर
Yes.
शेयरिंग दैट. आई लव दैट इनसाइट. व्हाट एन इनसाइट यू हैव गिवन मी, मैन. वाओ. Then from the school, you grew up, you formed your,
Yes.
then obviously you would have formed bands in Nagpur.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Tell us
want to
about the
actually
band.
more
Hmm.
about my school time, because that was the foundation of my personality and
Okay.
my musical, core,
Hmm.
I think.
Hmm.
So what I uh, my teacher, he actually started teaching me. He gave me the first set of notes. I
Hmm.
was so amazed to actually find out that these notes have names. That is called Saregama Padanisa. I was amazed. I was blown away. And then he told me, okay, Saregama Padanisa is also called as CDEFG ABC as well. Oh my God, that is so, that does make sense. And then, okay, do re mi fa sol la ti do, that is also the same. So this is how I found out and I fell in love with it more. As years went by and I started learning from him, he taught me. He was a, you know orchestra keyboardist back then.
Oh,
So
nice.
just like people, just like, these, the the tradition is still the same, by the way. I
Okay.
think people in all the cities, everywhere,
Uh,
the music teachers are very, just like how Torrens have their own set of teachers who are professional musicians, and then they go to the
correct,
school.
correct, correct. Similarly
So
for
similarly
Potados and
for
all the
exactly,
music biggies.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm,
yes.
hmm, hmm.
So all of them have these kind of set of teachers. So back then,
Okay.
my sir was a young, uh, what I look at him as the rocker. So
That's a good adjective to use or a
yeah,
noun.
yeah.
Uh, uh.
And he used to play in orchestras, and he used to come back and teach me, how finger practices and how to play this
Wow.
piece and how to play that.
Wow.
Eventually, I used to play in the assembly. I used to play the
School
prayer. I
assembly.
started, yeah,
Nice, nice, bros. Talking about school assembly, I also used to play in school assembly.
yeah,
Basically, बचपन से ना, school में, when I was in school, any and every public facing opportunity I used to get, I used to grab it.
yeah,
Obviously पढ़ाई में उतना ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट नहीं था मुझे. However, public facing, I used to do drama on stage. I used to do, I've done break dancing and all on stage, man. Ta da 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 go. Anything I've done, man. I've done mono acting. I've done theater. Then
amazing,
yes, in assembly, I used to conduct the assembly using my voice and a
amazing.
Ahuja microphone.
Yes, Ahuja microphone and
Ahuja
amplifiers,
microphone with an Ahuja amp, four input,
amp.
two input amp, four input amp. I still
Yes,
remember, my
yes, yes, yes,
goodness. And हारमोनियम जो स्कूल में हुआ करता था पुणे में आके, इट यूज टू बी महिंदले एंड कंपनी, महिंदले एंड ब्रदर्स,
yes,
वेरी फेमस फ्रॉम
yes,
पुणे, मैन्युफैक्चर ऑफ हारमोनियम.
yes,
So वो सब, all those brands came into my mind similarly. And
yeah,
during March past, I used to play the huge drum. Dum, dum, dum.
yeah.
Dum, dum. Then I learned the snare. Tarka, tarka, tuck. Tarka, tarka, tuck. Oh man, that's how I began the music of the concept of rhythm. That's how it came into
Yes.
my life. Wow, man.
This is very interesting that I think the PT that we used to do, no, that is the foundation of rhythm which is
अरे
uh,
यार,
taught in the schools.
क्या बात कही है यार. उफ.
Sense of rhythm. If जिसको भी, I think whoever wants to uh, understand, or I used to feel that ये क्यों करते हैं, like people are just kids are just unaware that why people are making us do this PT stuff and all. It is just a training of rhythm, which is which will help in the future, I think.
Absolutely. To understand things, it makes you aware. I'll break it down a little more. It see,
Yeah.
music is not just music requires all senses. Maybe to some extent, yes, your nose, your olfactory. You don't need to taste it, but I taste music. So,
Yeah.
so what happens is March past, which you just said, that PTT periods we used to go through in the school. तो उसमें क्या है, what you saying is हमारा visual, auditory, kinesthetic सबका feel मिलता है एक. That is so
Yes.
cool, man. That is so cool because
Yeah.
अपना physiology learns movements to a beat.
Yeah.
That's what in layman's term. the
Yeah,
body learns moving to a beat, तो rhythm set होता है. Amazing man, क्या बात
yeah,
बोली यार. Susmit, हा मजा आ गया. What a beautiful
and
insight that is.
so as years passed, I think
हाँ,
uh, we started going to competitions more often, inter-school competitions and all, to play some
okay.
patriotic song competition, and there was school anthem creation kind of thing. So my teacher used to compose in front of me. That's how I actually understood ki, okay, this is how you actually write music, this is how you compose lyrics to it, this is how you used to do. I used to spend almost half of my time in music room, bunking periods, bunking the all the classes and all. And my teacher was actually used to support me. Okay, he used to save me from all kinds of shit.
Wow, wow, that is so cool,
So
man. That is so cool, yeah. That is
yeah,
so cool.
so most of my school was always into music as well. And one fine day,
Huh,
somehow, after winning so many competitions in school,
huh,
after becoming the first winner of almost all the competition in 1 year,
huh.
our founder, he said ki, okay, let me fund you guys to buy more
Wow.
instruments, and let me fund a cultural event.
अरे भाई, I can understand, ladies and gentlemen, especially music जैसे in passion को ना, अगर किसी ने financially support किया, तो
Yeah.
आपको पता नहीं है वो young age में कितना मजा आता है यार. I remember with my first band in 1990, uh, we had to go to Mood Indigo, 1990,
Yes.
91 or something. Mood Indigo गए थे, my band when me. That time, my parents were out of town or something. I didn't have enough money. I still remember I sold my jeans. I had only
Oh my
two pairs
God.
of jeans. I remember selling one pair to buy train ticket, and then from Vikroli, I still remember. Oh,
Yeah.
Singhad Express, सुबह सुबह गए थे. Wow, what journeys! क्या क्या किए हैं अपन ने यार.
Yeah.
But those key days were good, man. I love those key days.
Yeah.
Time flies, yeah. Then you started winning all these competitions. उससे काफी
Yes.
confidence बढ़ा होगा. And the
Yes.
most
100%.
amazing part, what I realized was, you actually observed your sir about composing. So you got first-hand experience at a young age of
Yes.
seeing and feeling how an arrangement of music is done,
Exactly. Yeah.
how pieces fall, how the right pieces fall in the right place in an arrangement.
Exactly.
Wow, at that age, that is so cool, man.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And with that funding,
Uh,
my guru's aim was to actually, create his goal at that time
uh,
was to create something so phenomenal
uh.
that the school would fund some more money to create an actual a studio, recording studio in the school itself. That was the goal back then. So
Okay.
what he did with that funding was, he bought some more equipments, and he gave me, as a student, an opportunity to orchestrate one full theme for a cultural event, and that theme was Navrasa.
क्या बात है. क्या बात है.
And
हाँ,
Navrasa is
हाँ,
nine emotions,
हाँ,
and the whole idea was, he convinced all the teachers and the cultural faculty and facilities,
हाँ,
everything,
हाँ.
that we will play live music on these nine emotion, and you would dance to it and you choreograph to it.
Oh, so it was like a musical.
Exactly. And we created, I composed all the, he taught me first about the nine rasas, and
Ah,
then he told me, okay, you give me inputs, I'll compose it on top of it. And the whole, of course, he helped me and I was in eighth standard back then.
You
And I
lucky
composed the
devil, man.
whole, yeah,
इतने young age में इतना exposure यार to music,
yeah,
technicalities of music, and oh, strategy of music. Wow, man.
yes. So,
That was
and he
kick
was an
butt.
avid reader. So that's why he was able to teach me all these things, that how to think about arrangement, how to think about emotions, how to actually have a tangible output of this theory.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes
So
sense.
after that, Navrasa wala concept it went viral in, in the newspapers. Back then, the newspaper was the virality, right? So with no
Yes,
social
ladies and
media and
gentlemen, we are talking about the non-internet era.
yes.
Uh, uh,
And every newspaper had this that these guys this young kid, they composed the whole orchestra and everything. And after that Navrasa concept, there was one more Rag Rang, where
क्या
he
बात है
another
हाँ
concept.
हाँ
Yes,
हाँ
Rag Rang,
हाँ
where I got to learn a different ragas in music, and then culturally attach them with dance and theater and everything. We used to background score the whole thing on top
Oh,
of yeah.
no wonder. Now I understand the origin of your Hindustani notes which you had played in our album, schwa's album.
Yes.
Ah, that is where it comes from. That's where it was
Yes.
born. Ah,
Yeah.
wow. ये तेरा first significant incident है भाई life में. What a
Yes.
beautiful memory, man. What a beautiful memory. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
So
And
I still
okay, then.
have those
Hmm.
memories in my from the ninth standard and eighth standard cultural events, that the stage I was on, and I was not the solo artist. I
Okay.
had to actually train uh, almost 60 to 70 kids how to play these things.
Oh, bhai saab, son of a gun. My God. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any idea? Teaching mathematics or science or English or a language in a class to a set of 20 students is very different from teaching an arrangement of music to 70 children in at one go. You have no
Yeah.
idea how difficult that is. However, it teaches you as a person, as a musician, as a conductor. I'm sure he must have learned a lot. And as I know Susmit, he's an incredibly patient fellow. Now we know from where he learned patience as a value in his life. Wonderful, man.
Yes.
Wonderful. Then you grew up. Then did you get influenced? Did you have long hair and things like that? Did you get scolded by your parents? अरे क्या लंबे बाल बढ़ा के रखे हैं? Did you have such phases in your life? बाल वाल बड़े
Yes.
होने चाहिए.
After ninth standard was done, and I was too much into music, and my academics were always average. And usually 10th standard में जो होता है कि parents are like, boards आ रहे हैं, you
हाँ.
need to stop music and stop all your extracurricular activities, just focus on getting uh, good marks. And then eventually I little bit, kept it aside, uh, and I started studying. So I got 75% in my boards exam, which was a huge deal
In
for
your
me
10th
back
standard,
then. Yeah.
and your 10th score is three times better than mine.
Back then I felt कि यार 75% यार, ये तो बहुत कम है. But now I realize कि okay, I've exceeded my own expectations.
भाई सुनो, बहुत शो ऑफ करने की जरूरत नहीं है क्योंकि 10th में मुझे 42% मिले थे.
Yes.
एनीवेज लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, बच्चे जो देख रहे हैं, माँ बाप जो ये शो देख रहे हैं, हम ये नहीं कह रहे हैं कि आपके बच्चों को मेरी जैसे मार्क्स लाया जाए. वी विल ऑलवेज प्रे एंड प्लीज टेक केयर दैट आपके बच्चों के मार्क्स भी सुष्मित जैसे हों और उससे ऊपर हो. लेकिन his parents, he obeyed his parents. Parents said अभी पढ़ाई करनी है, board exam है. So he stopped his music. He didn't stop music. He kept it aside for a short while
Yeah.
to finish a task. So youngsters who are listening, if you want to become an artist, if you want to become a musician, please make sure to, I'm not saying obey parents or anything of that. Be nice to them and make sure, learn to keep them happy. And he's done it very
Yes.
beautifully. He scored his 75%, which is those days it was a distinction. I don't know कितना होता है distinction आजकल.
नहीं, I don't
75%
know.
was a bloody distinction those days, man. And in
Yeah,
spite of that, तो उसने 75% लिया तो क्या किया? He made his parents happy.
yeah.
एक बहुत ही एंड पेरेंट्स पता है ये बहुत ही क्यूट चीज मैं शेयर करना चाहता हूँ यार सुष्मित. एक कमेडियन है फ्रॉम इंदौर, वेरी फेमस कमेडियन, आई फॉरगॉट हिज नेम. आई डोंट वॉच.
Zakir Khan.
जाकिर खान, जाकिर भाई.
Yes.
उनने ना एक पॉडकास्ट में एक बहुत ब्यूटीफुल बात कही थी यार, कि पेरेंट्स आर नॉट अगेंस्ट देयर चिल्ड्रन फॉलोइंग देयर पैशन. पेरेंट्स आर जस्ट वरीड, वो अपने बच्चों को गरीब नहीं देखना चाहते.
Correct.
कितनी प्यारी
Yes.
बात बोली है यार. ये बात अगर सब बच्चों को समझ में आ गई ना, कि भैया तो आप ऐसे काम करो जैसे सुष्मित ने किया. ही केप्ट अपग्रेडिंग हिज स्किल. तो जैसी स्किल्स और कैपेबिलिटीज सुष्मित की अपग्रेड होती गई, उसको वैसी अपग्रेडेड अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलती आई, विच हम वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट नाउ. कि
Yeah.
हाउ ही गॉट इनटू अ बैंड कल्चर, देन हाउ ही गॉट इनटू फुल टाइम म्यूजिक, कैसे परसिस्ट किया. अभी तक तो हम ए आर रहमान इंस्टीट्यूट में गए गए भी नहीं है. So, काफी कहानी बची है. पॉइंट इज, मेक योर पेरेंट्स हैप्पी so that you also can pursue music and show them that I'm becoming good at it and I can do a lot of things. Explain it to parents. उनको सब बैठ के प्यार से, अच्छे प्यार के टोन ऑफ वॉइस में समझाओ अपने पेरेंट्स को. उनको बताओ, मेक देम अवेयर दैट आजकल इतनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज होती हैं. जब मैं बहुत छोटा था सिर्फ लॉयर, डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर या सीए बनो, वही चार ऑप्शन थे. अभी हम सुष्मित हमको बताएगा कि म्यूजिक में भी सिर्फ बजाना और गाना नहीं होता है, और बहुत सारे एवेन्यूज
Yeah.
होते हैं जहां पर बच्चे अपना करियर बना सकते हैं. कमिंग टू दैट सुष्मित, कंटिन्यू विथ योर जर्नी.
Yes.
देन हाउ, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द बैंड्स यू फॉर्म.
Yes. After my 11th and 12th, which was not so great years
ओके.
in terms of music, because
ओके.
I was into my teenage peak back then.
ओके.
So उस समय I think that phase is also a very important phase, because वहाँ पे एक बहुत ही let me call it दुनियादारी, वो एक चीज जो होती है वो सीखने मिली. I think how to
स्ट्रीट
become a
स्मार्ट.
street smart. Exactly what I was going to.
हाँ.
Uh, so I made some really good friends who are still there with me. I always go to Nagpur and they are there always. And those kinds of friends I made in 11th and 12th. After that, I in my 12th I got very bad marks because of whatever reasons. But I was feeling so guilty about getting bad marks
हाँ.
and making my parents happy,
हाँ.
that I just took a admission in engineering college just because I was feeling guilty. That was not a wise decision, but that's what I did. So all the wrong decisions that I took
Interesting.
was then,
So,
and it's
which faculty
completely
was it?
okay.
Engineering in mechanical.
No, electronics and
Electric.
telecommunication.
Yeah,
The
electronics.
only thing I loved studying in electronics and telecommunication was physics,
So,
because it had sound in it.
ah, so, then don't you think you should not call that phase as a mistake?
No, I think, yeah, actually,
Allow me
yes.
to correct you. That wasn't a
Yes,
mistake,
yes, yes.
man. Thank you
100%.
very much. Thank you very much. Even mistake नहीं होते हैं यार. Everything. See, I've learned, बहुत ठोकरे खा के मैंने सीखा है यार. Either you win or you learn.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
all
yes.
feedback.
100%.
It's all feedback. So
Yes.
that was a beautiful feedback you got in life. You learned some
Yeah.
technicalities about sound, man. You could
Yeah.
actually, it helped you visualize how sound can look, how sound can be felt, how
Yes.
sound can go and touch deeper levels of our mind and our soul. And
Yes.
what a feeling, man. So पढ़ाई तो फिर इंजीनियरिंग कंप्लीट की क्या 4 साल नहीं?
No, I dropped out out of engineering in my final year.
Yeah. Oh my God! In your final year, अरे खत्म कर लेना था यार. You have closed that loop, no?
No,
अरे.
that so I'll tell you what happened was so during this college period, I one day, this is very interesting.
हाँ. So.
In my college, actually, yes, I take my words a big time back, like
हाँ.
as in,
हाँ.
because that was the first year I actually saw a real electric guitar in front of me in college.
Which make?
And it was a Ibanez Prestige series, a white color guitar,
Oh.
a very beautiful one.
Oh.
And on top of it, there was a Boss processor.
Ah.
And that was the first time I heard distortion ever in my life.
ओ भाई, ओ भाई, तेरा तेरा जने हुआ म्यूजिक में. यू वर
Yes.
स्किन्ड मैन. पहला डिस्टॉर्शन. हाय हाय हाय. Ooh, what a memory. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not into hard rock or heavy metal music, आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा डिस्टॉर्टेड कॉर्ड्स क्या होते हैं. जब होता है ना. Ah! Ooh, what a beautiful memory,
Oh
man.
my
Then,
God.
then,
My jaw just dropped in front of this huge amplifier that when he just played one straight chord, a power chord on drop D. I
भाई
was
साहब.
just,
अरे,
and
समझ में नहीं आओगे ना
that's
ये
when I
क्या है जादू. फर्स्ट टाइम सुना होगा.
exactly I was I knew that there was something. So this sound was familiar to me, but I didn't know how it actually, I have मतलब मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि एग्जैक्टली कब आना है वो साउंड जो है वो कैसे कैसे जनरेट होता है. So I didn't know that, and that was the first time I ever. It was in first year of college, and it was like, oh my God, like how.
Then, and that was the first time you also got introduced to a guitar pedal, an
Yes,
effect pedal, is it?
yes,
So
correct,
talking about
correct.
pedal,
Mhm.
then didn't you get curious about, can these pedals effects can be used on a keyboard?
Exactly.
Because
So
ah,
so so I knew that there was delays and reverbs and all these technical things
ठीक है.
already,
Okay.
but then actually how this functions and how this comes up and where I have heard these sounds, I
Hmm.
started listening to a lot of I there that's when actually, but before that I also started chasing those guitarists, कि कौन ये गिटार बजाता है. I started finding them out on Facebook and everywhere and
Ah,
stuff like that,
ah.
and I started exploring on my own. And that's when I first went to see a band competition, inter college competition.
Wow. So you got a
And
feel of the competitive culture also.
also, yes,
Then,
and back then in Nagpur, you wouldn't believe, I'm telling you,
uh,
all the competitions,
uh,
all the bands from inter college, wherever they came,
uh.
they used to play only three things. One was Pantera,
Ha.
another was Lamb of God, and the third one was Metallica.
Pantera must be 11th hour, and
Yes,
and Metallica would be, I think, Enter Sandman.
yes,
Enter Sandman hoga
yes,
100%.
yes. Metallica and also Iron Maiden. The
Iron Maiden, which song? Number of the Beast? No.
mm,
I think Fear of the Dark.
Fear of the Dark
Uh,
and that one.
You take my life, but I'll take you still.
Yeah.
If I am must but I'll run you through. True Paul, baby. Oh yeah.
And
Ah.
at
Then
college competition, I found out there is another thing which is actually, I think it was like my the whole soundscape opened when I actually saw this bass player doing da 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 da.
and then
Oh my God.
oh my goodness. Then you would have realized, acha, bass guitar is played with fingers also.
Yeah.
Ah.
I used to think that okay, bass guitar, guitar, one and the same thing, just like most of the people.
Bro, you will not believe it. In the late 80s and 90s, no, before any, if I had a live gig, मेरा anchor क्या हुआ करता था? I used to
Hmm.
have Iron Maiden VHS tapes. घर
हाँ
में VCR था मेरे पास.
हाँ
So
हाँ,
before going to the gig, I used to watch live concert of Iron Maiden
yeah
and seeing Steve Harris with his finger going, looking at the crowd and going ding, 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 on the face of the crowd. That's how I got my monster confidence, man. Bachpan mein
yeah
seeing Bruce Dickinson move and doing a vocal projection, and seeing when he sings, lower notes, his mic is closer to his mouth. When he's going high pitch and screaming, his mic is away from the mouth. I started observing all that, man. मैंने बोला अच्छा.
yeah
Later, someone told me those are called mic techniques.
yeah
But that's how I learned. I saw
yeah.
the singers who inspired me. I studied them to the core, not only their verbal, their non-verbals also. So I
Correct.
started duplicating that on stage when I used to sing with my first band. Wow, what
Yeah.
a memory, man. Yeah, Sushmit, yeah, full. The UD roadcast is on the road of nostalgia, man. Wow, what a beautiful
Yes.
conversation, man. Brilliant, brilliant. अच्छा, इंजीनियरिंग तो भैया लास्ट
Hmm.
साल में आपने ड्रॉप किया.
Hmm.
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन कमेंट करके बताना कि सही किया या गलत. लास्ट ईयर पे ड्रॉप किया है यार उसने. तो प्लीज कमेंट एंड से सही किया या गलत. कमेंट तो कर दो एनीवेज.
Yes.
फ्रॉम देयर भाई साहब आप A R रहमान इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ म्यूजिक तक कैसे पहुंच गए? वो इंजीनियरिंग से पहले पता नहीं चला था तब?
नहीं, वो टाइम पे आई डिडंट नो दैट देयर इज. So the only thing that I knew was okay. I used to play music in school, and
हाँ.
then I got 12th standard में गिल्ट की वजह से जो भी है वो पता ही नहीं
करेक्ट,
था कि और कुछ कर
करेक्ट,
सकते हैं,
करेक्ट.
क्योंकि पेरेंट्स को का मन था. दे वांटेड कि अच्छा टेक्निकल फील्ड में द सेम थिंग व्हाट
मतलब एक
जाकिर once
कन्वेंशनल
said,
कन्वेंशनल
करियर होना
एजुकेशन होना
चाहिए.
चाहिए बेटे का.
यस,
गॉट इट. हाँ.
यस, दैट वाज द इच्छा ऑफ पेरेंट्स.
गॉट
सो
इट, गॉट इट. हाँ.
so that's why I went to college, and now वहां पे तो ज्यादा मन नहीं लग रहा था
हाँ.
कॉलेज में.
हाँ.
तो आई स्टार्टेड finding people of similar mindsets who love music as much as I do, and to learn more music on my own. So I started this thing called finding the right guys
हाँ.
in different colleges. So I found out these more people with guitars and bass.
हाँ.
तो उनमें से एक था अजिंक्य पवार and Abhishek Kotriwar. These two guys were the first set of people who became friends, like who I befriended.
टेल मी their names
And
again.
Ajinkya Pawar and Abhishek Kotriwar.
अरे वाह, grateful
So
to both of you gentlemen, thank you
yes,
very much. हाँ, can go on.
or these were the only people I know who could play Lamb of God.
Now you're talking. अब आएगा मजा. Then.
And
Then.
also one more guy who जिसके पास मैंने पहली बार, one more thing I found out that drum kit has double pedal. His name is Vikas Barai.
अच्छा, डबल, हाँ, डबल बेस, डबल पेड, ट्विन पेडल वो भी होता
Twin
है.
pedal. Yes.
हाँ.
And this is how Lamb of God is actually played. Now I wanted to play
Wow.
Lamb of God, but I'm a keyboardist. So I started playing Lamb of God on keyboard using a
Wow.
guitar patch on a keyboard.
Wow. Talking about double bass, no? How I got to know about double bass was not by, similarly, was not by an
Hmm.
international artist. It was by Indian bands. Mood Indigo, यहाँ सब जाते थे. तो Ashish Manchanda used to have double bass those days. Then when I
Oh.
played with Agni, Rustum used to have double bass. So when I used to play with bands, I got to know about double bass. You know what
Hmm.
blew my mind was
Hmm.
the day I came to know about Deep Purple's song called Fireball, एक song है.
Yeah.
And that was played with a single bass pedal. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard Deep Purple Fireball, please go and listen to it. ठीक है? Must follow Deep Purple.
Yeah.
So it blew my mind. Yeah. वहां से वो him, then Bill Ward of Black Sabbath, then some crazy drummers, man. So double bass आया. So with these two gentlemen, you formed your first band?
Yes, and it was actually before that also I had couple of bands where I
Okay.
tried playing some music. Some most of the people were back then used to playing, uh, more most of the like Hindi गाने सबको play करना पसंद था, मुझे भी
Obviously.
पसंद था. I used to play a lot of that,
हाँ.
but always that thing was there कि I wanted to play some English songs like good metal, heavy metal songs
Basically
and all.
power
So
chords
we
चाहिए life में.
yeah. So,
Staple
and I was a
diet. हाँ.
huge. I got introduced to a band called Children of Bodom, and and
My
then Dream
God.
Theater and all these things. So we wanted to play some Dream Theater and Children of Bodom and all these things. So I started exploring all these things. Found those set of people who were as interested as me, and then we started formed a band. We started going to competitions, but we never won. Even though we were playing good music,
Tight music.
good tight music, but they were more, the song selections were very important back then, and there were some really experienced guys. They were playing so phenomenal that we thought, यार ये तो बहुत ही मतलब it is very difficult to actually play this thing. Plus one pain point was there
हाँ.
back then,
हाँ. What is that?
which was key competitions like colleges like VNIT
हाँ.
and Raisoni, like huge colleges,
हाँ. हाँ. हाँ.
YCC, these are some
हाँ.
reputed colleges in
हाँ.
Nagpur.
हाँ.
They used to actually conduct metal gigs, metal competitions in their colleges,
Okay.
right?
हाँ.
But very little, like people didn't show off. Too many people didn't show up at the gigs. The
हाँ,
only
ऑडियंस
reason
नहीं आता
was
था,
they
मतलब
didn't,
ऑडियंस कम आता
audience नहीं
था.
आता.
लिसनर्स मेटल के लिए कम थे. ओके.
कम थे.
अंडरस्टूड. अंडरस्टूड.
The only people in the hall were the competitors. Even though there are 20 bands who are playing metal songs, so those 20 set के जो play कर रहे हैं वही बस reshuffle होते जा रहा है. That's
भाई
it.
कितना इंपॉर्टेंट फेज था पता है लाइफ में. क्राउड ही
Yes.
नहीं है. जो बैंड स्टेज में बजाने वाले वही है, क्राउड में खड़े हैं.
Yes.
वेरी इजी टू गिव अप.
Yes.
इट्स वेरी
So
इजी टू
then
गिव अप.
I realized
बट यू
कि okay, let me figure out a way which will make people understand what is metal in their language back then. So it was very popular. The most popular music was Bollywood music, and उसमें भी सबसे popular था item numbers. Item numbers like those 6 by 8 things, like which is like uh, the Shahid Kapoor songs and Shah Rukh Khan songs,
हाँ.
which
ओके.
had that dhol beat in them. Dagat takat tak dana dana dagat takat takat. Some
हाँ. हाँ.
yeah,
Those
yeah,
kind
that
of
is a
beats. हाँ.
typical, yeah, and people used to dance on them. People used to love this song, and then I compared them. Okay, but I thought that even the Lambert Late to Rest have the same beat, 6 by 8. Why don't I combine these two things and
हाँ.
make people understand what is metal in their own language? That's when I started this band with my friends Abhishek, Ajinkya, Vikas, and me.
हाँ.
It was called Barood.
क्या बात है, बारूद.
Yeah. And
हाँ.
let the
हाँ.
band not be some very English name,
हाँ.
like, all
No,
kinds of
I love the
band
name
names.
Barood, man. I love the
Yeah.
name. It's very
It's
cool.
it's just a, like, the music has a lot of, potential, plus
हाँ.
it has, you need to listen to. That was the feeling when we started Barood.
हाँ.
He let me show people, and कि metal music and Hindi music को combine करके क्या बनेगा, to make them understand why we are doing what we are doing.
सो फॉर
and
एग्जाम्पल
people
कौन से
used to
हिंदी सॉन्ग को कौन सा मेटल सॉन्ग अटैच किया?
we converted literally uh we made riffs on top of Gandhi Baat,
अच्छा, कौन से?
and Gandhi Baat
गंदी
was
गंदी गंदी बात, सो
yeah
यू
yeah
हैड
yeah yeah
सो
yeah
यू हैड अ पावर कॉर्ड बिहाइंड इट,
yeah
यू
yeah.
कैन.
Then there was Salman Khan song, no, that Jumme ki raat hai,
हाँ
that kind
हाँ,
of
सो
thing.
उसमें भी
We
पावर
used to
कॉर्ड.
play that, yeah. Full power chords and riffs, and with breakdowns, proper breakdowns like a post-hardcore metal band. We will play the verse, and instead of that M1 and M2, we would just headbang and
Oh man, tell me something. Is your Barood performances and all available on YouTube?
I think so. I think
Hey,
so. A
nice,
couple of
nice,
tracks.
nice, nice, nice. ठीक है, wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Then,
Then what we did was so people started enjoying it,
हाँ,
and in metal competitions we
हाँ,
used to go and perform like post hardcore metal competitions,
हाँ,
hardcore metal
हाँ.
competition. We were going on stage and performing this Gandhi Baat and this item numbers, and people
Oh,
are going nuts over it.
nuts over
people
it.
people have started coming to, people started coming to gigs just to see Barood. Ki they'll listen through all these things, and most of the people
हाय,
will,
बॉलीवुड के साथ मेटल
because
बजाया.
yeah. So, and the
Interesting.
organizers also used to put our slot at the end, because they'll the crowd will sit through all the gigs to listen to them.
हाँ, nice, nice. हाँ.
And the
In a
only
in a
idea
in a
was to
way.
promote metal music.
So that was very very good initiative, man. That is very good initiative. Though I prefer only metal than Bollywood music. However, what I really appreciate is you finding a creative way to connect with people. That is
Yes.
brilliant, man. That is brilliant.
Yeah.
You see, so that's what it means. So, ladies and gentlemen, aspiring musicians, youngsters, or accomplished musicians as well, who, if you, especially younger ones who are aspiring to become musicians and take music as full-time career, डू नॉट. देखो, मुझे बॉलीवुड म्यूजिक उतना पसंद नहीं आता, मैं सिर्फ मेटल ज्यादा सुनता हूँ, इंग्लिश म्यूजिक ज्यादा सुनता हूँ. हाउ एवर, दैट डजंट मीन, वो मेरा ओपिनियन है. आप मेरे ओपिनियन से खुद की क्रिएटिविटी को कम मत कीजिए, कमजोर मत कीजिए. आपको जो सही लगता है, जो आपके दिल से आती है, उसको अपनी क्रिएटिविटी में क्रिएट कीजिए. जो आपकी मर्जी हो, जो दिल से आता है, एंड यस, विच विल कनेक्ट विथ द ऑडियंस और विद द पीपल. सिर्फ उनके कान
Yes.
तक नहीं, उनके दिलों तक पहुंच जाओगे आप. क्या बात है सुष्मित, आई
Yeah.
लव इट मैन, आई सिंपली लव व्हाट यू सेइंग.
So
वंडरफुल.
because
फिर क्या
of
हुआ?
which I actually feel that we created. I like to believe that we have created some difference in Nagpur, that
हाँ,
people are educated about metal music,
हाँ,
and there are more genres than the metal. People
करेक्ट.
started looking at us as well, or
हाँ,
maybe in parallel, people started exploring rock and roll. Also,
हाँ,
people started converting Hindi songs
हाँ,
into rock and roll music.
हाँ,
They started composing original compositions in Nickelback kind of composition.
हाँ,
They
हाँ,
started,
हाँ, those
they
days, correct,
started,
correct, I remember that
yeah,
phase. हाँ,
yeah.
हाँ.
Then they started, of course, one more thing was there, that the most Hindi song they used to perform before we were performing, even I used to perform the same, was
हाँ.
your song, which was Tandav.
Holy mother of God, oh my
So,
song, oh yeah. क्या याद दिलाया
yes.
यार, वाह.
So
वाह.
I am a person who actually heard Tandav, and we actually went and played it on stage.
Wow. And
He
and it would have been a
covered it.
very nice thing for you, because अभी तक आपने Bollywood और power chords किया था. Suddenly
Yeah.
you hear, and the year when we released this song, ladies and gentlemen, the Tandav song he's talking about was the second album when I used to sing with Agni. So उसका सेकेंड एल्बम था मृत्युंजय, उसमें से एक बहुत फेमस ट्रैक था कॉल्ड तांडव. और जब हमने ये सॉन्ग रिलीज किया था, अभी भी याद है, समवेयर इन अ म्यूजिक स्टोर इन चंडीगढ़, कोई आके काउंटर पे कहा था, जी वो वाला सीडी देना जी, वो जी, गिटार में शिव जी का गाना है ना जी, गिटार में शिव जी का गाना, वो वाला सॉन्ग देना जी से. Wow, wow.
Yeah,
Thunder.
and
Wow. Beautiful, man.
it
Thank you so much. And then
influenced
what happened?
that song when people heard live in a cover, and before that as well on TV as well. That inspired a lot of people from Nagpur to actually make some really good Vedic metal bands. Like they were dedicated to Vedic metal. I remember there was a band called Ayog, which
Okay.
which made this original compositions using Aigiri Nandini and all this Sanskrit composition, very beautifully arranged. And they also started competing, and uh, they started winning and all these things. And people started actually, the metal scene really happened back then when we were there, and it was of course because of our the first Pantera and that generation, and we carried it forward in a different kind of way. But yeah, and after that, because we were winning so many competitions all over India and all, I was not going to college. My mom said, "Okay,
Huh.
this is what you want to do.
Okay.
Just promise me one thing." I got an opportunity. I started performing with other local bands as well,
Okay.
in commercial gigs and corporate gigs and weddings and all kind of things.
Huh. So
Not
the
just metal,
money
but
started
also
coming in. Money
money
started
started coming.
coming in.
So my mom said, okay, then I got an opportunity to go to Indonesia to
Okay.
play to do some promotion for some restaurant or something.
I think
And
I remember you telling me this story. Huh. Go on.
yes,
Go on. Huh.
so so it was a tour for a month,
Fun.
and we were 4 5 people,
Okay.
and we went there. And before going there, my mom said, okay, I permit you to go, but promise me one thing, that you will come back, you will leave this college, and you will go straight away to one good reputed college to study music, and then you do whatever you want to do.
Uh, वंदे मातरम क्या
Yeah.
बात है वाह 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 वाह
So I
हाँ,
still remember the dates as well. I think I went to I f- I came back from Indonesia on 3rd of April. I went to Indonesia on 3rd, Jakarta.
हाँ,
On 3rd of March, I
okay,
came back from Indonesia on 3rd of April.
okay.
On 7th of April, I was in KM to take admissions.
Wow. So Nagpur say you reached Tamil Nadu. KM, what's the full form of KM?
Khwaja Moinuddin. I think I'm pronouncing it right, or I'm
That's
sorry
okay.
if I'm
That's okay.
pronouncing it wrong. So
That's okay.
KM is Khwaja Moinuddin Institute of uh, Technology of Music or something like
Oh,
that.
technology of
KM,
music. Hmm.
yes, KM Music Conservatory. It is called
Ah, T.
Conservatory.
Hmm.
So I found
Which
this.
is founded by A.R. Rahman, if I'm not
It
mistaken.
is founded by A.R. Rahman. It is a institute which is founded by A.R. Rahman. I think more than calling it a institute, as the name says, it should be called a conservatory because they conserve music.
Nice. क्या बात है? I love that.
So
Love
this
the vibe
institute is
already.
focused.
Huh.
This institute is focused to conserving Western classical music
Okay.
with Indian classical music as well. So they have
Huh.
two curriculums into it. One
Okay.
is Western classical,
Okay.
one is Indian classical, and
Okay.
then there is one different course which is called Russian piano, Russian style of piano.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I
so,
think
so my,
Rahman sir was very
so,
much impressed by the Russian way of playing piano,
huh.
and he thought that it is the most expressive way of playing a piano. That's why he introduced that course as well
Hey, wow,
back
this
then.
is so cool, man. This is so cool. ठीक है. So this is located where in Tamil Nadu, right?
It is located in near Arumbakam.
அரும்பாக்கம்
Uh,
ஆ
yes,
அரும்பாக்கம்ப்பா
Arumbakam.
நம்ம ஊருப்பா அது ப்ரொனன்சியேஷன் நமக்கு தான் வரும்டா உனக்கு எங்க வரும்
Yes.
அது பரவாயில்ல கோவான் அரும்பாக்கம் சரி
Yes.
ஆ
I believe it is in the south side of Chennai,
ஓகே I mean,
and
outskirts correct
yes, outskirts of Chennai.
Hmm.
And it's not a huge building. It's a small little building which
Okay.
is there in Arumbakam near metro station.
Hmm.
And the facilities are amazing. It has some beautiful campus and
So we'll talk about the facilities in the campus. Now, people who are watching and
mm,
listening to it, suppose they
mm,
want to send their, if their children want to, graduate in music. So that sounds like a very good institute, especially in India, founded and supported by one of the best musicians our country has.
yeah,
So, so and it's also called a converse. What is it called? You said?
conservatory.
Conservatory. I love that word. Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's like archives, man. Amazing.
Yes.
So if my son, let's say my son wants to join there. So if he joins, so he has a choice either get into in Hindustani classical music or
Yes.
Western classical music, or you also have the Russian piano course.
So I think it would be best if I tell you how the courses are back then at
Okay.
least.
Okay.
I
Now,
believe that they are
हाँ,
the same now.
ठीक है,
Uh, I believe they might have added some more courses as well. So
ठीक
what
है,
I did was a
हाँ,
certificate course. It was not a graduation. It was a certificate course.
ठीक है.
So there are three tiers of it. I think first tier is a graduation course, which is the foundation, the diploma one. You get a diploma, the foundation. You first do the foundation, then diploma one, then diploma two. That is 3 years, and final year back then used to be a graduation. For graduation, you would have to go to London to study in Middlesex University. They have a they had a collaboration.
Oh, interesting.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and back then also they had a lot of scholarships and all, that if you do very well into your own field, and not just one scholarship, like if you the top five used to be funded by Rahman sir personally to go and study in London, all things taken care of, and they'll graduate from Middlesex University or Berkeley as well,
Uh,
and then they come back to India, and then or however,
so which one did you join? Western classical or
I
Hindustani?
no. So Western or Hindustani were the disciplines. You could
Okay.
choose any of them. Like you could sit in any class. So it was
अच्छा.
not something like कि
हाँ,
आपको ये
यहाँ है
करना है
तो
तो
यही
यही
है.
है तो नहीं.
दैट, हाँ, फिर क्या है यार, ऐसे ऐसे
Yeah,
होगा तो इट वोंट बी कॉल्ड एन आर्ट.
yeah,
जितना फ्रीडम
and
मिलता है तुमको. हाँ.
preferably they used to encourage that you should study both of them, not just
ओ,
Indian and not
क्या
just
बात.
Western.
मेक सेंस. मेक सेंस. तो
And then
आपके आपके क्रिएटिविटी के न्यूरॉन्स और अवेयर हो जाते हैं ना ऑफ ऑल
yes,
स्टाइल्स. दैट इज
yes.
अमेजिंग. एंड
So
व्हाट एल्स?
so that was the first the premium kind of a tier back
ठीक है,
then.
ठीक है.
Then there was certificate courses. So certificate courses
Oh,
were sound engineering and music production, and then composition,
ah,
and those kind of things. So these were the certificate courses of technology, like as in how to they used to teach us music production. They used to teach us like you could participate yeah, take admissions into any of the certificate courses, which
wow.
were either 6 months, 1 year long, those kind of a
Okay.
small certificate course.
हाँ, हाँ.
But these certificate course were very extensive. We used to get a lot of state of the art facilities
क्या
which were
बात.
already there. You would get to work and intern and see and watch all the mixing, mastering done by Rahman sir personally in his own studio.
माय गुडनेस, माय
Yeah,
गुडनेस. सोचो एक यंगस्टर्स के सामने क्या एक्सपोजर है यार.
yeah, yeah.
That is mad exposure. So that means अगर
Yes.
म्यूजिक में घुसना है तो इट्स नॉट आइदर तुम सिंगिंग करोगे या कोई इंस्ट्रूमेंट बजाओगे. अपार्ट
Yeah.
फ्रॉम बीइंग अ सिंगर एंड एन इंस्ट्रूमेंटलिस्ट, so there are
Mhm.
other venues. A youngster can get into music production. A youngster can can become
Sound.
get graduated and become an accomplished composer, an
Yeah.
arranger. Wow, sound engineering.
Yes.
अगर
Yes.
हाँ बच्चों, अगर मम्मी पापा कह रहे हैं इंजीनियरिंग ही करनी है तो बोलो मैकेनिकल नहीं, आई वुड प्रेफर टू डू साउंड इंजीनियरिंग. वो भी
Yeah.
इंजीनियरिंग ही होती है. वाह, कितने ऑप्शंस हैं यार
Yeah.
बच्चों को यार. वाह. सो आपने
Yes.
भैया म्यूजिक सीखा, आप पियानो भी बजाते हो, एंड
Hmm.
यू ऑल्सो डन योर साउंड इंजीनियरिंग.
No, I didn't do sound engineering. I did my music production certificate course.
Wow. What all
So
did you
that
learn
was
in music production? What all did you learn? In, what all did you learn in music production? What all did you learn? What all did you learn in music production? 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 What
So first thing is, what is music production that I learned is,
हाँ.
he okay, most people, even before going that, I had a little bit of idea of how arrangement looks like as in arrangement आप करते हो तो live music के लिए करते हो ना, whenever
Correct.
you go in a band.
हाँ.
So there is drummer playing his own part, guitarist playing his own parts, but how to actually convert this thing into a record.
हम्म.
So how to record that music
अच्छा.
on a software,
हाँ.
and how to layer them, how to color grade जैसा होता है फिल्म में
हाँ
वैसा,
हाँ,
how to
विजुअल
mix
होता है
it
ये,
and
ऑडिटरी.
master it. Yes. how to how to make a song
हाँ.
into a MP3 or a WAV file, how
हाँ.
to convert music
वाह.
into that. That
Convert
is the
music into that.
yes.
So,
So
yeah, so converting music into an MP3 or a WAV file,
yes,
it needs knowledge. It needs
correct.
expertise to be done.
Yes.
ठीक है, सीखना पड़ता है.
So
Very
that's
good.
what
फिर.
music producers do. They take
हाँ.
songs
ठीक है.
or piece of music, or
हाँ.
do or a composed kind of thing, and
ठीक है.
they make sound on software or on hardware, anything, and get it done,
हाँ.
and get you a wave or a MP3 file which you can stream, or you can play, or do attach
Hmm.
to a film, or do whatever you want.
Interesting. But which year did you graduate from there? From KM?
This was 2016.
2016. हाँ, तो तब तक
Yes.
इंटरनेट भी आ चुका था.
Yes.
That
Yes.
means digital production सीख रहे थे तुम.
Yes. Yes.
And
I
you
was,
make
there's
music
something
instead
called
of
DAW,
no, instead of
Digital Audio Workstation.
अच्छा, डिजिटल था. सो क्योंकि
Ah,
मैं जब म्यूजिक व्हेन आई रिकॉर्डेड द एल्बम विद अग्नि, दैट टाइम देयर वाजंट डिजिटल, इट वाज डिजिटल मैग्नेटिक स्पूल्स पे
yes.
हमारा साउंड्स रिकॉर्ड होता था.
Yes.
मैग्नेटिक
Yes.
स्पूल्स होते थे.
Yes.
अभी हार्ड ड्राइव्स आ गए, आई थिंक
Yes.
2010 से वगैरह 2005.
No,
अब्रॉड तो
way
बहुत पहले आ गया
before
होगा.
that, I think. Ah,
मच बिफोर दैट ना,
yeah,
2000
yeah.
से आया
Yes.
डिजिटल
100%.
हार्ड ड्राइव.
Yes.
करेक्ट करेक्ट करेक्ट. वाओ, नाइस.
So, so this software that I learned,
हम्म.
the software where you actually make music is
ओके.
called Digital Audio Workstation.
ओके. ठीक है.
So I learned how to actually, I learned this software called Logic Pro there at KM. And
ओके.
most importantly, my teacher, his name is Mr. Prithvi Chandrasekhar. He taught
Where in
me
KM?
in KM.
Ah, Romba Nandri
So
sir. Thank you very much, sir. Romba Nandri sir. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
yes.
Then?
So what he did was, for 6 months
Ah,
he taught me how to produce music, how to look, how to actually listen to good music. He gave me
ah,
exposure to a lot of good, how to train your ears, how to actually
yes.
understand how to, you know, if there is one song, you
Hmm,
listen to music,
hmm.
and then you figure out by ear what all instruments are used, and you tell me how, these were some exercises, you
Ah,
figure out how many layers are used in that, and I will tell you. You'll open up the project file and actually guess, tell us, okay, you were right or you were wrong, or these many layers. We would solo each track, and then would listen to this
my
files.
God. Ek minute. What you said, being a musician, I can understand. Let me just quickly simplify it for
Yes.
viewers.
Yes.
ये जो कह रहे हैं ना सुष्मित, what he means to say is, as a listener of music, आप और मैं, हम सिर्फ सिंगर की आवाज सुनते हैं, लिरिक्स पसंद आए आपको, या कोई रील्स में फिर से रिपीट रिपीट हो रहा है कोई कैची कोरस ऑफ अ सॉन्ग, उससे ज्यादा वी डोंट लिसन टू. बट इमेजिन जिसने वो म्यूजिक बनाया है जो आप सुनते हो, कितना कुछ, इतने सारे लेयर्स होते हैं. सिर्फ सिंगर की आवाज और हम लिरिक्स सुनते हैं, उसके पीछे ढेर सारे म्यूजिक के लेयर्स होते हैं, इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स के होते हैं, यू नो, परकशंस के होते हैं, और भी ह्यूमन वॉइसेस यूज किए होंगे, सेकंड्स होते हैं, थर्ड्स होते हैं. अरे बाप रे, इट्स ए ह्यूज लैंडस्केप. और ये जो कह रहे हैं कि इनके जो टीचर हैं, वो उनको, it was a test for them. Listen to a piece of music, सिर्फ कान से सुनो, and tell me tell me all the possible layers which are there in that song.
Yes.
सिर्फ आवाज सुन के, अच्छा ये आवाज मैं पहचानता हूँ, ये वर्ड्स मुझे मालूम है, सिर्फ उतना नहीं. दिस इज
Yes.
हार्डकोर डीप लर्निंग. इट्स कॉल्ड Ear training, and that phrase is very close to my heart, being a communication coach and a singer. Ear training, how would you define it as
Hmm.
Susmit Nimborkar? Ear
I
training,
think ear
hota kya
training, I think ear training is when you listen to some kind of thing, like some kind of music,
hai?
a vocal piece, and try to uh, correctly decipher it in a way
हाँ.
so that you can replicate it back again. I think in my,
That's very good. That's very good. Ear
yeah,
training. Ah. Ear training is
the purpose of ear training,
mm,
maybe it may
ear,
be,
very good. An interesting phrase comes to my mind. What you mean, I understand
yeah,
where you're coming from. So, ear training is not listening to. Ear training is listening in.
yes.
You listen into the entire body, the entire structure of the piece of music. It's not, you're not just listening to it, you
Hmm.
listen into it. Ah.
And to create an output of out of it,
Uh-huh.
you you try first, you try and replicate what you have heard,
ठीक है.
because there is no application of ear training if you don't actually apply it.
Obviously, obviously,
Yeah.
thanks for saying that. This is very similar to once I heard in a video of Tony Robbins, one of the best motivational speakers and a mindset coach in the world. He said that वो दिन गए where we used to say knowledge is power. He says that's BS. Applied knowledge is power.
Yes. Correct.
Implemented knowledge is power. So same thing. If ear training is power, if you don't apply it, it's not
There's no
power.
use of it. Yeah.
क्या बात बोली है यार. So
Yeah.
आपने म्यूजिक सीखा फ्रॉम केएम, दैट
Yeah.
फेज गॉट ओवर. उसके
Hmm.
बाद कौन से फेज में आए? दाल रोटी फेज
Then
में
I
आए.
started. Yes. Correct. 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 So after that,
चलिए.
uh, okay, I've learned this skill, and now
हाँ
I need to practice it more
हाँ
often.
हाँ
So
हाँ
I came to Pune
हाँ
because one of my friend just opened up a studio here in Pune,
हाँ.
and it was called Rehearse Studio, and the friend was
Oh,
missing.
Yash. Oh, dear friend
Yes.
of ours. Yeah. He's
Yes.
another
So
very
I
nice
asked
guy.
him, ki, would you be willing to give me some a job of a music producer in your studio? And he was like, you should, like, as in, he just opened up his heart and he said, ki, even though I don't have a opening, I am doing all by myself. I cannot,
Uh,
it is just a startup, but you still come. And he was so generous to just offer me
oh,
whatever
man.
he had, and just to give me that experience to handle a studio end to end by all by my own, of course with him as well. He
Ah,
treated me as a partner there, even though I was not a partner, but he
so,
gave me
yeah.
equal amount of power over the studio, to manage the studio, to handle the clients and everything. So I got first hand experience out of that how to actually manage and handle a studio on your own, like as in.
Wow, I remember that phase because rehearse was the phase when you and I came into each other's lives.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's when we had formed a band called um, schHwa. And Sushmit has been, been a band member with me. He used to play the keyboard, and he was also very active in composing the music which we used to do. Let me quickly share something amazing. Hold on. You like it. Hold on.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Susmit in action. And this is one of our songs called Bina Jholi Ka Fakir. There he is. And that's our darling friend Mridul, the late guitar genius. That's Aditya. That is also Aditya. Not what you got, always what you get. यही सोच है इंसान का जमीर कितने बयान जुबा नहीं one rare breed from a human seed जिस दिशा में तू है आफरीन क्या मजा आया था यार
हाँ, यस,
एंड दिस हमने जो बैंड फॉर्म किया था एंड द यंग मैन ऑन द गिटार हिज नेम इज मृदुल मृदुल सिंगल who was an amazing guitar player, an amazing composer. He knew Sushmit very well, and Mridul and I were playing a solo gig. Both of us were playing an acoustic gig. Mridul was playing the guitar, and
yes,
I was singing. And that was when, for the first time, I met Susmit because Susmit had come there. And there we got the idea of bringing him into our family as a band member. And thank you, Susmit. I'm so grateful to you because I've learned so much from
mm,
Mridul, from both the Adityas in the band, and I've learned so many things from you, man. I'll tell you something very basic which I learned from Susmit. हंसना नहीं बट वो छोटी सी बात भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है जब भी आप स्टूडियो में बड़े हेडफोन्स पहनते हो ना एक कान से केबल निकलता है Sushmit is the guy who taught me कि left कान से निकलता है. So whenever I'm in a studio and I wear headphones, he comes to my mind because he taught me गलत मत पहनो सर लेफ्ट वाला कान के नीचे ही केबल होता है हरदम. So if you didn't know that,
yes,
now you know. उसके अलावा I learned a lot of things about, though I'm not a software guy, but I learned so much from Sushmit actually, how music software is used, what the layers he's talking about, कैसे layers करते हैं, digitally music production कैसा होता है. So I have observed Sushmit and all the other band members, Mridul and Aditya Mishra, with whom also I work a lot. एंड आदित्य ओक तो दुबई में बैठा है आर्ट ड्रामा. बस उस वो भी है मेरे ड्रीम गेस्ट के लिस्ट में, उसको भी लेके आने वाला. 100% लूंगा, उससे तो बात करना ही है यार, कैचअप करेंगे
yes,
उसके साथ. सो क्रेजी
yes,
मैन. सो then all of that happened, such beautiful memories happen.
yeah,
उसके बाद उसके बाद suddenly there are some
hmm,
amazing things I've been watching on social media about you
yes,
nowadays. भाई क्या हो रहा है यार? Now you are conducting workshops and you're giving talks on music and music production and encouraging the youth and people who are interested. That is so cool, bro. मतलब
yes.
यू हैव एक पादान, आप म्यूजिक मेच्योरिटी के एक पादान और चढ़ चुके हो भाई. टेल अस अबाउट दैट यार. आई एम दैट यू, द सस्पेंस इज किलिंग मी ब्रो. सो व्हाट्स दैट ऑल अबाउट? आपके रिसेंट, मैं देख रहा हूँ पोस्ट्स, क्या पोस्ट्स हैं यार आपके. टेल मी अबाउट दैट ब्रो.
Sir, first let me tell you about something which I think should be very is very important to listen to.
ओके.
लाइक लोगों के लिए ये सुनना बहुत जरूरी है कि
हाँ.
सिर्फ म्यूजिक जो होता है, ओनली म्यूजिक, और वन वन फील्ड ऑफ subject matter expertise in 2026, or in even before that 2025. I was so wrong to have that in my mind that only one field of expertise is going to cut it to make you, uh,
सक्सेसफुल इन म्यूजिक.
successful, or in general to make money out of it, to have tangible outputs out of it. So I'll tell you a short story that which is in 2023, while I was doing some shows and gigs with my band now here, called the Badmast.
हाँ
And
बदमस्त. हाँ. हम्म.
yes, so I found out this vibrant community which is called Association of Designers of India.
वाओ एंड
So
इंटरेस्टिंग.
2023 तक के मुझे ये पता ही नहीं था कि there is something called design. I didn't know that.
ओके. ओके.
I was only aware about curriculums, and imagine 2023 तक के I only thought there is something called a fashion design and there is something called interior design
तो
and
ये
there is something
म्यूजिक
called
डिजाइन.
so not music design, design in general. मुझे लगता था कि there is just fields which is like fashion design. So
Oh,
people who design clothes
got it,
are
got it,
called
got it.
fashion designers,
Designers,
and
got
people
it, got it.
people from this fields are called this kind of designers.
तो
That's all
ये
I
सब
knew.
तो ऑफशूट्स है ना, फैशन डिजाइनिंग, ये डिजाइनिंग, वो डिजाइनिंग, बट डिजाइनिंग एज एन
As
एंटिटी,
a
एज अ
yes,
सब्जेक्ट इटसेल्फ.
as a subject itself, I
Oh,
didn't know that, and I didn't know
बत्ती
that there
जली,
was a
आपकी बत्ती
college.
जली, देन
Yes.
फिर.
So I thought ki there is a college. I came to know in 2023
हाँ.
that there is a college called NID, National Institute of Design, which is in Ahmedabad since 1960s. जहाँ पे सब काइंड ऑफ डिजाइन सिखाते हैं.
क्या
डिजाइन बोल जब जब कहते हैं हम, सो व्हाट पर्सपेक्टिव इज इन योर हेड इज,
हाँ,
या तो उसको ड्राइंग अच्छा आता है, या
हाँ.
तो उसका 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 कलर का सेंस अच्छा है, उसको फोटोग्राफी अच्छा आता होगा,
हम्म,
या उसको कुछ समथिंग इज देयर इनटू
हाँ,
डिजाइन. तो
हाँ.
यही पता था, जो करिकुलम मुझे भी पता था. आई थॉट दैट आई ओनली आवर पेरेंट्स ओनली न्यू लॉयर्स एंड डॉक्टर्स एंड
डॉक्टर्स और
इंजीनियर्स एंड
सीएस, हाँ,
सीए.
लॉयर, हाँ, गॉट इट, हाँ.
यस. तो आई थॉट आई न्यू बेटर कि मुझे तो अभी म्यूजिक पता है, मुझे अभी अकाउंट्स डिपार्टमेंट में क्या होता है, बीसीए बीबीए लोग क्या करते हैं पता है.
हाँ,
सो
हाँ.
2023 में मुझे रियलाइज हुआ कि ओके, देर आर मोर अनएक्सप्लोर्ड फील्ड्स which are design, which is culinary arts. There are different things. There's bartending. There are different kinds of professions in the world which are so much. They have huge demographics to capture, and that is there to come in India as trends.
Hmm. So these can become hardcore careers. So you've been
Correct.
attending. So I think on social media, I saw your couple of posts. I think you were some kind of a design convention or
Correct.
something of that sort, right? You were there for
So
some 2 day, 3 day conventions and things like that.
yes. So we performed there
Ah,
with designer.
ah,
There I met with this community, and I
okay.
actually had a conversation about. I, I just asked them what
Okay.
exactly is design. Like I
Hmm,
don't know. So they just
hmm,
invited me
hmm.
in their meetings
Ah.
where they used to create all these big conferences and these festivals with all the productions and everything.
Oh. So
And I
So we design an event, we design
yes.
music, we design art, we can design anything. Ah, very
So
interesting.
design is everywhere that you see. Even architecture is design. Even what you see, the plants that there are on the roads are by design. The
So
building
there
is
is
by
design
design. The
everywhere.
clothes, the advertising industry that comes into design. So the cocoon, the whole umbrella is design, and then to whatever you see structure all over your place is design.
So that means design is like God. It's omnipresent. It's
Yes,
everywhere.
correct.
क्या बात बोली भाई, वाह.
सो
वाह.
आई थॉट कि यार अगर ये डिजाइन है,
हाँ,
तो जो मैं कर रहा हूँ दैट इज ऑल्सो साउंड डिजाइन.
correct,
Because it has structure to it, it has order
correct.
to it has a particular thing to it, it
हाँ,
has tangible outputs. It if you attach a sound to a
हाँ,
film, and then if you design that sound according to a film or how it is created,
हाँ,
or if you create a visual on top
हाँ,
of it, which is filmmaking.
हाँ.
ये सब क्या कहाँ पढ़ाया जाता है? दिस इज डिजाइन स्कूल्स
क्या
वेर यू
बात
वी
कर
आर
रहा
टॉट.
है. So
सो
man, wow.
combining music with design becomes more powerful.
Now, this combining two things to make something more powerful, that journey, ladies and gentlemen, याद है at the beginning of the conversation, नागपुर में शुरू हुआ था. Bollywood
Yes.
music and heavy metal power
Yes.
chord. सो भाई
Yes.
को कोलैबोरेशन की आदत बचपन से है.
Yes.
A very good man. Design plus music, man. Once after the
Yes.
podcast, I'm going to meet you and we're going to talk about this little more, man. Maybe the
Yes.
next, I would love to attend one of their conventions, man. Send me an invite. I
Yes.
would love to come, man.
100%. 100%.
Wow. So tell me, now I am on your Instagram page here. Hold on.
Yes.
There is some in very interesting stuff which I see.
Hmm.
बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है मुझे. दिस इज, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, दिस इज सुष्मित्स Instagram page. That's where you can go and following my Instagram. And this is the picture he has. You see that cute little yellow hoodie? That's him. हाँ, अब देखो भाई, ये क्या हो रहा है? This is, what about this one? ये क्या हो रहा है exactly? You are in
This
a
is a
studio?
single. Yes.
Oh,
So basically, this is a single.
okay,
These are my clients and my dear friends. It's a
okay.
band called Sabali. So they just we are going to release this one single that we have composed together,
Oh, okay.
and it is going to it is going to be released on 20th of February this month,
Ah,
in
interesting.
2026. Yes.
Hey, congratulations. What's the name of the band you
Thank you,
said?
sir. It's called the Sabali.
Sabali. Hey, and
Yes.
Sabali, hi, loads of love, loads of best wishes to you from the UD Roadcast. Thank you, man. Please keep going, keep inspiring, and would love to listen to your music very soon. And thanks to Shushma.
Yes.
मुझे मिल ही जाएगा, मैं सुन ही लूंगा. Now let's look at this. What's this all about? Description to hai hi, but I would love to know, what are you doing here, man? This is some hardcore stuff you're doing here. Tell me more about this.
So this was a an event by Pune Design Week.
ठीक
It is
है?
a build up to this conference called Pune Design Festival. So most
Wow.
of the people don't know that there is a design conference that happens every year, and designers from all over the world, for example,
Oh.
filmmakers from all over the world, the heads of big companies like IKEA and
Ah.
Apple as well. The
Okay.
designers, they come on this stage and they talk about their journey for on
क्या
how
बात है.
to inspire people on how they actually made this beautiful design, this and how what is the impact of this design.
क्या बात है. This is so cool, man.
So
This
that
is,
that Pune Design Festivals
हाँ,
build up is a Pune Design Week. So I got
हाँ.
invited to this T.Y. Patil College of Institute of Design, where
That's in
I had
Pune. That's
to.
close by. That's near
That's
my house,
yes,
actually. Here. Ah,
yes,
it's right
yes.
here. Oh, wow. Okay.
So D.Y. Patil Institute of Design, I
Ah,
was conducting a master class or a cohort with where I taught young animation designers. These
okay.
people are all third year students from animation batch,
Okay.
and they actually I taught them what are all the scopes of sound design and
Ah,
how sound is equally important to a video. Like 50% of the of any film is, it is always called a AV, audio video, and
audio
audio is the
visual.
first A.
सही
So
बात है.
everyone, like young designers or young animations or filmmakers, treat
Hmm.
sound in their films as a afterthought. कि
Ah,
धनिया जैसा स्प्रिंकल कर
oh.
दिया एंड
भाई, दैट इज, प्लीज डू समथिंग अबाउट दैट, मैन. आप
या
जैसे इंस्पायरिंग लोग ही वो चेंज ला सकते हो यार. म्यूजिक कैन नॉट बी एन आफ्टर थॉट. ओ माय
यस
गॉड, ओ माय गॉड. विजुअल एंड ऑडियो, इट्स लाइक अ मैरिड कपल.
एग्जैक्टली
हस्बैंड भी चाहिए, जितना इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है, वाइफ भी उतनी ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, इन ऑर्डर टू हैव अ फ्रूटफुल रिलेशनशिप एंड
करेक्ट
ब्यूटीफुल फैमिली इन फ्यूचर.
करेक्ट
सिर्फ हस्बैंड कुछ नहीं कर सकता, सिर्फ वाइफ अकेले. दोनों साथ में चाहिए. अगर विजुअल हस्बैंड है, तो साउंड एंड म्यूजिक इज द वाइफ. एंड
यस
वाइफ को हम ऐसे ही कहते हैं ना, कॉमन इंग्लिश में, माई बेटर हाफ. सो लेडीज एंड
यस
जेंटलमैन, साउंड एंड म्यूजिक एक्चुअली बेटर हाफ होता
या
है.
those actually create some good, like the person, director or any filmmaker who
Yeah.
actually are able to crack the sound and visual together as a
Wow.
one product, as a one film, then
Wow.
those are some phenomenal work.
Wow. So I see a post here. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look. If you go to visit his profile, you'll also get to see such profiles where Sushmit has been, he's conducting masterclass on sound design. Learn how sound design brings emotions and shape human experiences across media. So this one was on the 24th of February, Luni Kalbor.
Yes.
And I'm sure this also gives you a lot of ideas, Sushmit, that this is something you can do on a serious note. You could conduct the
Yes.
workshops even online, my friend.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes,
once
100%.
you can do a 2 day workshop, three
Yes.
day workshop. Every month you
I
could
was
do.
recently also invited to conduct a module, like a 12 and
Okay.
half days
Okay.
of module in
Uh-huh.
Symbiosis Institute of Design
Okay.
to teach video for films, which
Uh,
is VFD batch they
uh,
called. So they teach cinematography to students,
okay.
and in Symbiosis Institute of Design.
Uh,
So I was invited to conduct a module for music for cinema, background scoring, how to do background scoring for cinemas for
Interesting.
75 hours straight, each day, 8 hours daily. I taught the students to how to actually put how to develop better taste in music, how to listen to music, how to ear train yourself, and how to integrate good
Wow.
music into your films.
Wow, you know what? I really wanted to, this is the crux of actually the conversation we've had. I
Yeah.
really, the biggest insights and takeaway from the conversation you and I've had today is the kind of career opportunities
Yes.
music and design can give aspirants. लोग बच्चे
Yes.
बहुत कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं यार.
Yes.
सिर्फ
Yes.
बच्चे
100%.
कंफ्यूज नहीं होते हैं, पेरेंट्स, there are a lot of parents, I counsel a lot of parents and a lot of children. यूडी सर क्या करें सर, ये पढ़ाई नहीं कर रहा है, ड्रम्स बजा रहा है, क्या करूं इसका. सो सो कैसे हैंडल किया जाए. सो someone who watches our conversation will be enlightened about so many things यार. career options कितने कुछ हैं, and कितने big institutes like Symbiosis, then you have KM, and there are so many opportunities to learn music in a way which will be accepted and which will could lead to successful careers in today's modern world. So I'm
Yes.
sure even artificial intelligence, AI, also plays a huge role in music nowadays, doesn't it?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes. Yes. 100%. I
Hmm.
am a huge, actually, I work with a client, and I've been working with a company called the Cutting Edge School. They
Okay.
are one of the biggest companies in India who
Okay.
actually we with them I got a privilege to actually work firsthand with companies like Google, with OpenAI, with Microsoft in actually
Wow.
testing these tools
ठीक है.
before they come, providing them with the reports on how India works, and then they and resulting in they
Hmm.
shaping the AI to
Hmm.
cater Indian audience as well. So we have been working with these AI companies to actually make these kind of tools. So I work as a tool testing as well, tool testing guy at a company as well, because I'm purely out of enthusiasm and curiosity to
बस जो
AI.
पसंद आया लर्न करो.
Yes,
हाँ हाँ, इफ यू
yes.
लाइक
And
समथिंग लर्न इट.
at at this point of time, I think the biggest and the easiest skill is to learn any kind of a software. I think it has gotten to a point. Before there were
Learning
classes for
software
us,
has become
software
easy.
was a big deal. But in today's age, I think the most important skill which is going to be is the most highly valuable and paid skill is
Hmm.
how to learn difficult things.
Yeah, how to, what a beautiful thing. So
Yeah.
say that again. Highly
Uh,
paid is the one which is a skill which is most difficult to learn.
yes.
Correct. Now,
Because
uh,
everything has gotten easy now.
एग्जैक्टली. सो आजकल के एआई के जमाने में ना, वी ऑलवेज कीप सीइंग एड्स पॉपअप होते हैं, रील्स पॉपअप होते हैं, एआई सीखो 14 days कोर्स. बट द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग आई हर्ड इन वन ऑफ द पॉडकास्ट, से कहीं मैंने सुना था यार, वन वन ऑफ द एआई एक्सपर्ट्स, टेक्निकल एक्सपर्ट्स ने कहा था, उनको पूछा गया था कि विल एआई replace humans or replace their jobs. So he gave a very smart answer, which I really liked. He said, AI will not replace people. AI will replace people who don't know AI.
Yes.
Huh. So
Correct.
go with the times and learn AI and use it to your own benefit to
Correct.
better your chances.
It is nothing but a
Hmm.
tool.
Perfect. क्या बात है? It's
Yeah.
nothing but a tool, ladies and gentlemen. Did
Yeah.
you hear that? And बच्चों, youngsters, क्योंकि बहुत youngsters के दिमाग में आता है, अगर एक AI सॉफ्टवेयर ही मेरा पूरा सॉन्ग मुझे बना के दे सकता है, तो why do I need to learn music? You need
Mm.
to. Why? Because AI का म्यूजिक सिर्फ सुनाई देगा. A human
Doesn't have
composed
a soul into
music.
it.
Thank you. Human music is what will connect with you. अगर AI music पसंद आया है, that means you are at least 8 drinks down.
Let me give you a better perspective. If you
हाँ,
are subject matter expert of any field, not just
okay,
music,
ठीक है,
so y- a person who is subject matter expert at one particular field
ठीक है.
will be able to use AI in a much higher and better way than a person who doesn't know subject matter at all.
Ah,
Because this person understands the nuances, he can actually make uh, AI work with him,
for him or with him,
with
rather.
him in such ways which will actually create wonders.
Hmm. So, youngsters and ladies and gentlemen, if you had any doubt about AI replacing anything, you will not work for AI. Learn how to work with AI. Make it our ally, whether irrespective of the field you might be in. You could be in
Yes,
music, you could be in management, you could be in finance, you could be
anything.
into economics. Absolutely any field you are in, learn AI in order to make it your ally, to make your work life simpler and
Yes,
easier. That's all it is.
learn the first principles. That's it.
Correct. Correct. Wonderful, man. Apna conversation can go on for another couple of hours,
Yes,
man.
I know.
However, on the last note, Badmast, you mentioned Badmast. So I already have Rais Khan, who is an
Mm,
amazing vocalist with Susmit in the band Badmast. And you must check it out. And there is
yes,
so much with Badmast. If I have to continue the conversation with Sushmit about Badmast, I think that requires another entire episode, क्योंकि उसमें सुष्मित ने एक्चुअली ही वेंट टू कश्मीर, ब्यूटीफुल कश्मीर की वादियों में भाई साहब गए थे, 2-3 महीने वहां रहे, एंड ही कंपोज्ड विद रईस खान इन द माउंटेन्स.
yes.
एंड वो सब म्यूजिक, उसके बारे में और बात करेंगे. Comment below if you want to hear more about Badmas. Maybe in one of the interviews, instead of just Susmit, how about getting Rais Khan as well as Susmit
100%.
in the same interview? Yeah.
Yes,
Wonderful,
100%.
Sushmit. Thank you so very much for your time and your patience, which you are so good at. Learn from. क्या बात
Thank
है,
you
man.
so much for
क्या
inviting me, sir. You
अरे
have been my
यार,
role
thank you.
model at so many things.
Arey, man. So are
You have
you,
been,
man. You are not just a role model for me, you are a role model for so many youngsters, man. Man, just keep smiling, keep going, keep inspiring, man. Love you, brother, and hope to see you soon. Take
thank you
care.
so much, sir.
All
Yes.
righty, all righty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this conversation with Sushmit reminded me of something simple and powerful. That music isn't always about expression. Sometimes it's about listening. Listening to silence, listening to yourself, listening to who you are becoming. Sushmit, man, thank you so very much. For so grateful to him for his honesty, for his entire journey. and his entire presence into this space of mine called the UD Roadcast. And to everyone listening, maybe this conversation meets you at a point in your own journey where sound, silence, or stillness is trying to say something. Thank you very much, Susmit. This has
Thank you, sir.
been the UD Roadcast Journey, Stories, and Beyond. Thank you very much, Susmit. See you, buddy. God bless you,
Thank you,
man.
sir.
Long live rock and roll. नेकी कर और दरिया में डाल झोली में नहीं. Chal, bye, buddy. And thank you very much,
Bye.
everybody. And remember, don't do anything that I wouldn't. I love you all. Bye, bro.